All right, take a look at this video as the snow started to fall on Tuesday. I guess it caught a lot of people off guard as they were making the evening commute. Multiple agencies, the phone started ringing off the hook with people calling in, reporting they were in several car wrecks.
Yeah, it was such a mess, especially for people trying to get home after a day at work. A lot of you have been posting on social media about the conditions that you've seen in the last 12 hours or so, sending us those pictures and videos. You know, that's a shot at the airport right there. That was a tough parking lot even to get out of.
Yeah, and really these side roads and people, you know, out there, and you see like, well, it's not a lot of snow. This shouldn't be that bad, but we knew what was under it because those freezing temperatures just turned it into ice just like that. The one thing about this community, the hills, we saw a lot of people getting stuck. You don't have the traction, your vehicle just not equipped. A lot of people taking video from their high-rise balconies, just showing what they were seeing below. And so the weather is not only holding up the drivers, but it's also impacting the communities where they're having emergencies. Emergency responders can't get to people.
Yeah, think about those fire engines and the ambulances this morning. A house fire started in Lithonia overnight, and because the roads were so slick, firefighters were delayed in their ability to get there and help everybody. Karis Belger is joining us now with more on what happened. Karis, even tough for the ambulance to get to help people there.
Extremely tough, and in fact myself and my photographer, when we were able to get to that house fire, we had to pull over to the side of the road because at one point there were all 4 firefighters outside of the truck walking beside it, directing that truck to make sure it didn't lose control. There were even chains on the tires. Right now my photographer and I have pulled off to the side of the road to show you how icy the conditions are. We're on Redan and Panola in DeKalb County. I'm going to step out just so he can zoom in and show you what we're looking at. Nothing but ice on this street. We were driving on it. We had to go extremely slow. At one point, a car right in the intersection down there in front of us was spinning in circles repeatedly. So we had to kind of stop, and we had to wait for him to move because we also didn't want to have any sort of accident happen. And even worse, there are cars abandoned on the side of the road. In some of the shopping centers nearby, on the parking lots near those shopping centers, cars are just left here. And even on the drive here at the top of some of the subdivisions to some of these homes, just piles of cars because the conditions were so icy that the drivers figured it was better to just walk. Just to give you an idea of some of what we are seeing out here. And it's not something that you want to be on. If anyone is planning on driving, I do not recommend it because just being out here, getting here to where I'm standing so we could tell you what we're seeing was extremely dangerous. We had to take a lot of caution here. So just to let you know, these icy roads are everywhere. Some spots are clear, some spots are not, but it's certainly not something worth taking a chance on. We're going to continue to keep you updated on what we are seeing out here, and I'm going to send it back to you all.
All right, Karis, the light there, the street lights reflecting off that black ice really tells the story this morning. And we know this cold and as many days as it's been this cold, it really brings that increased need for people without a home to stay warm. The team at Whiskey Mistress is coming together for a blanket drive, and they're asking for your help. They're asking for new or gently used blankets that will be distributed to those in the community battling the cold. During the distribution, the team will also be handing out hot chocolate and donuts to our unhoused neighbors that we really have to think about this time of year. So if you can help, they're asking for any new or gently used blankets to be dropped off at their location. That's 3161 Maple Drive North. That is in Buckhead. The drop-off will be open today from 11 a.m. until 3. You can learn more by heading to the Whiskey Mistress Instagram page.